On the way back, Burns stopped at a greasy spoon on Wynne's road. He took a serious shine, he commented. You hindered him well enough. Some of my girls wouldn't stay in the same room, said he gave them the heebie-jeebies. He was slugging down a large black coffee. I fought the urge to tell him to lay off the caffeine. The last thing his heart needed was chemically induced workout. Beads of sweat had gathered on his forehead as though sitting down was just as exhausting as standing up. The exchange at the prison had taught me more about his personality than about Clay's. Obsessive, struggling to empathize, stress levels hitting the roof. I searched in my cappuccino. What's Clay's IQ? Less than 50, but that means bugger all. Playing dumb's his party trick. You told me he didn't have learning difficulties. Burns shrugged. The little shit probably cheated in the test, but you're positive it was him who killed the girl. Burns nodded vigorously, double chins rippling open and shut, his semen inside her, and Bob's your uncle. Unanimous guilty verdict. Was there any other proof? He was her last punter. Burns gave me the long, unblinking stare that lies for his favor. Trust me, it's all there. Right. I watched him drop his gaze. The case was a bit light on forensics, but Clay had no alibi and nothing to defend himself with. So that meant he was guilty? With respect, Dr. Quentin, that's water under the bridge. All I need to know is how closely to wash him when he gets out tomorrow. So you can blame me if he kills someone else. Burns' small mouth twitched with irritation or amusement. Based on a 30-minute observation, I'd say he's got learning difficulties with the mental ability of a 7 or 8-year-old. Possibly he's clinically depressed and he's still grieving for his mother. But no, I don't think he's an immediate threat to anyone. You're positive about this, except to himself when he realizes no one's going to take care of him. My heart bleeds. Burns took a deep breath and slowly levered himself to his feet. It was 12:30 by the time we arrived back at the hospital car park. Burns' beady eyes observed me as I undid my belt. I'll ask you again, Dr. Quentin. Why is that? Because you don't fuck about. I assume that's a compliment, Inspector. It is. We had some bigwig from the Badazi last year for overruling our jargon, dazzling us with his intelligence. His mouth puckered like he had swallowed something sour. I watched as Burns' Mardio move through the parked cars nimbly. The man behind the wheel could have been an athlete at the top of his game. I saw 3 patients that afternoon, one for anger management, an agoraphobic, and a girl called Laura with such advanced anorexic that I wanted to admit her immediately, but there were no beds. 6 different wards refused to help, before staff finally buckled and agreed to keep one free from the following day. After my last appointment, I checked my email. 136 messages with red flags screaming for an answer. I could have stayed there until midnight and still not emptied my inbox. At 7, I changed into my running gear and headed for the best part of the day. Soon I was running down the stairs so fast that it felt like a flight, falling 3 steps at a time. When I reached the street from the freezing air made me gasp. Commuters trapped by, hands in their pockets, bracing themselves against the door as soon as I got to the river pass. The stress of the day evaporated. By HMS Belfast, I was picking up speed home, wondering why anyone ever bothered to go on board. The posters gave too much away, revealing the cramped living quarters where sailors kept in bunks as narrow as their bodies, stacked in alcoves like dinner plates. It would have taken 10 seconds in one of those cabins for my claustrophobia to kick in. I made myself run interviews, jogging for 100 meters, then sprinting into my lungs burn, passing huge Victorian warehouses, converting into expensive restaurants. By the time I reached China Wharf, I'd been going for 20 minutes. I stopped by the railings to let my breath steady. The water was oily and black, lights from the bus boats catching its dirty surface. God knows how many secrets were hidden underneath. I made my way home at a slow trot, enjoying the rush of endomorphins. Nature's reward for nearly killing yourself. There was no sign of my brother's little ancient VW camper van when I got home. Usually it was sitting in my parking space on Providence Square. Maybe he decided to move on, park his troubles outside someone else's flat. The security door to the building had been left open as usual. A woman on the second floor worked from home as a reflexologist, and her clients were never remember to pull it shut behind them. I took the stairs to the third floor and let myself in. The red light on my answering machine blinked on me. I wonder if you'd seen my brother. My mother's voice petered out, but soon regained its motionless. Home County's calm. I'll have to ring tomorrow. I'm going to the Phillips for dinner. The second and third messages were from Steen. All I can see is you in my bed, wearing red silk stockings, he sighed. Call me, Alice, as soon as you get this. I deleted the messages, then investigated the contents of my fridge. 1 caballero roll, past its sell-by date, a piece of mozzarella, and half a family-sized bar of chocolate. I chopped up a few sun-dried tomatoes, smeared a dollop of pesto on the dried-out bread, covered it with slices of cheese, and stuck it under the grill. Curled up on the sofa, I planned my evening. I would turn off my mobile, eat chocolate in the bath, and for once go to sleep alone.